Downsizing, the dream of a simpler life. Less clutter, less cleaning, less stress. That's what it promises, right? And yet, I've worked with several clients who downsized, and they all told me the same thing. They regret it. Not always immediately, but sooner or later, something creeps in. A feeling they can't quite name. And it all comes down to one thing that no one talks about until it's too late. Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo, an Italian architect based in London. I design smart interiors for small homes and apartments. And in this channel, I want you to help you make the most out of your space. But today isn't about layout tricks or clever use of space. Check out my other videos for these. It's about the one mistake that almost everyone makes when they downsize and how to avoid it. Not long ago, I shared a video, linked here, where I talked about the hidden side of downsizing. I was struck by the number of comments of people who really felt that downsizing was a real regret. First, it does sound like the perfect solution. Less to clean, lower bills, and simpler, cozier life. Maybe you sell a family home. Maybe you trade a large apartment for a smaller condo. And for a while, it feels like freedom. But then these small things begin to disappear. You can't host Christmas dinner anymore. Your sewing machine is boxed up in storage. The garden you loved? Gone. Along with the morning ritual with your roses. See, these aren't just minor inconveniences. They're little pieces of your life. And slowly, the space that was meant to free you, it's closing in. Here's what most people don't realize. The regret of downsizing isn't really about losing square meters. It's about losing the meaning of home. Let's be honest, there's a lot of hype on the internet about tiny living. Endless videos romanticize the idea. Clever storage, minimalist aesthetics, or maybe serene little cabins in the woods, or tiny hippie studio apartments. Don't get me wrong, as an architect, I do appreciate small spaces. I love how they can be designed with intention, how every inch can serve a purpose. But here's the thing, most of these videos only scratch the surface. Yes, they show you the clever drawers under the stairs, but not the frustration that is usually associated with constantly trying to fit your life into a small space. They show you the tidy, peaceful interiors, but not the emotional toll of giving up space, the once held meaning. Tiny living can be beautiful, even transformative, but it's not always the dream it looks like on screen. And I think we need to talk more about that. You see, most people downsize instinctively or reactively. Maybe they're told it's the right age to downsize, or maybe they're under pressure to do it. Usually they focus on what they want less of. Less stuff, less stress, less responsibility. But based on my experience, very few people ask what they actually want more of. More time with family, more space for creativity and hobbies, more peace, more joy, really, you name it. And that's the one reason downsizing leads to regret. They design their next home around the size, not their life. I mean, their real life. The life they're still living and want to keep living even if they age. I once worked with a woman who decided to downsize and go to live in a small one-bedroom flat. But within months, she told me, I feel like a guest in my own life. Her piano didn't fit, her grandchildren had nowhere to stay, and her sort of sense of purpose within their home was gone. Not because the home was bad per se, it's because it wasn't designed around her needs. So you might legitimately ask how to avoid this regret. Let's have a look. So how do you downsize without losing yourself? Here's how I want you to start. Number one, start with your rituals, not your rooms. Think of what you do daily or weekly that makes your life beautiful. Morning coffee with a view, hosting dinners once a month, painting in the afternoon. Your space should really protect those things. Number two, leave margin. Don't shrink everything into the minimum. Life is messy and beautiful when it has room to expand. Number three, prioritize joy over square footage. A home isn't just functional, it's emotional too. Build in some flexibility in your layout. For example, a Murphy bed for your grandkids when they come over to see you, or a cozy nook when you can do your hobbies. Remember, downsizing shouldn't mean downgrading your life. So yes, downsizing can work. However, only if your new space fits your life, not the other way around. Don't make your world smaller than it has to be. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think about downsizing. Have you ever considered doing it? Are you against it? Are you, very happy because you downsized and your life changed for the better? I'm really curious to know what you think about. And if you know someone who's thinking about downsizing, share this video just to, avoid let them going through this regret later on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Until next time, take care of your space and it'll take care of you. I'll see you next week.